Now that we've dealt with the Banshee at the lighthouse, I need to return to Naya. She's waiting for the good news. But before that, I do believe that we should rest while we're here in the inn. You never know what we can expect. We're going to go into that district that is full of creatures that were eating each other, or human beings that turned into creatures that were eating each other. Okay. You have a room, don't you, sir?
Gods keep you.
Let me see your rooms. Perception and survival. Yeah, we'll rest. A bit expensive, 150 copper for our time here, but... We have to travel back to Andra's Gift.
Right.
And we're at the top of the Salty Mast. Let's go meet with Cyril. If we can get past her bodyguards. These heavily armed people coming into her room. Hello again. Back again. Thurston won't trouble you anymore. Sarah looks down. I hope you don't mean what I think you mean. I'm sorry, I didn't want to fight him. She holds a hand to her mouth. I just want it out of here. She pulls the medallion out of her bodice and looks at it. He used to say that a curse followed these relics when they were removed from their ruins. Do you think he was right? Cursed or not, you've got to move forward. She nods her head slowly. Her eyes on focus. I suppose you're right. She pulls a moonstone ring off her finger. Please, take this. It's always given me an edge when with people around here, but I'm done with that part of my life. Alright, farewell then. See that this ring is about. Cyril's ring. I'm not sure if anyone can really use it. Good enough. Thank you. We'll be on our way. Seems that we've run into some Domathal thugs on the way over to the lighthouse. You're making quite a name for yourself with the Dominos. Pity that it isn't the kind of impression you should be making. Really, you want to do this now? There's a bunch of thugs. Can't imagine that this will be very difficult. Attack them!
That's it! Dead on!
Well, I'd say that we've lost reputation with that house.
Sure.
Oh, we have quite the party moving around. There's 8 of us. 2 animals and 6. Pellagina?
I'll need you with me if I'm going to get Ambassador Agosti to listen to me for a change. Let me know when you're ready for me to join you.
Not yet. Lighthouse is over here. Nice peaceful day on the docks. I just can't believe how big this Audra is beneath us. Oh, here you are, right here.
Good day to you.
Naya. You never guess what happened. Naya points to the lighthouse. I was keeping an eye out for you. And who strolls down the dock but Mayorwith herself? You should have seen the stares she got. But she walks right into the lighthouse, never a word to anyone, and just when I'm sure she's got some awful fate in there, she strolls right out, still saying nothing to nobody. Now, I'm hearing all sorts of rumors about Mayorwith and the last lighthouse keeper. She shakes her head. I don't know what to believe, but everyone else around here is convinced that the place is safe again. I've even got a construction crew ready to start work. She takes a deep breath, a big, contented smile on her face. And I know I've got you to thank. Here, this is for you. Come back when the renovations are done. I've got big plans for this place. More work done. I hope this is going to get us the reputation that with the Dominos, what we've been searching for. More work, more money. I'm tired of living life as a pauper. Well, I guess we can go with Pellagina. I really wanted to go into the that district up to the north. Heritage Hill. Okay, Pellagina, let's go and help you out.
I'll need you with me if I'm going to get Ambassador Agosti to listen to me for a change. Let me know when you're ready for me to join you.
Let's go. Dismiss Kana. Kana, you can go home, actually. Okay, now that her position within the group has been set, let's go to first fires to the Vailian Embassy. She is a paladin, and she likes to use a two-handed sword. Her armor could be improved. She's not wearing plate armor. She's just wearing a metal breastplate. Non-fine plate. Well, we should be able to get her something better. She's going to stay with us. I'm not sure. She feels she could do a better... She feels she has been wasting her time on trivial tasks in Defiance Bay. She believes there are more serious threats to the Vailian Republic and wants your help in pursuing them. She wants to speak to Ambassador Agosti at the Vailian Embassy in First Fires. We also have to go return, yeah, the Justiciar, the head of the Justiciars wanted us to return. He gave us a task, retrieving some letters, some notes. Okay, we're here. The Vailian Embassy is really large. Let's go
All
over there.
these circling feet heading nowhere.
Hello? Shouldn't be any problems with us getting in, I hope. This is one place that we haven't visited. Very,
Ambassador Agosti, I would speak with you on a matter of some urgency and great importance.
Sighing as though remembering some heavy burden, Vincent crosses his arms before replying. Pellegina, this is the same matter we previously discussed. I doubt I will be convinced any more easily. Ambassador, please hear her out. The ambassador appears mildly annoyed by my interjection and turns his attention back to Pellegina.
Ambassador, I implore you to take a step back and look at this again.
Ambassador Agosti holds up his hand and cuts Pellegina off in a strident tone. Enough! We're not going over Defiance Bay's animassers again. The Duke's Bell's desires have not changed since the last time we spoke. If you haven't heard, word of your insubordination has already found the ears of the Duchessa of Biagepi and the Duke of Salona. There are murmurs that you cannot be trusted to fulfill your duties. Must this talk reach the shores of Spirinto? Pellegina's aggressive demeanor drains to a state of shock and worry, but she remains silent. If it makes any difference, Ambassador, I'm already looking into the matters Pellegina has spoken of. It doesn't, but it would be fortuitous if your investigation took you to Twin Elms, because that's where Pellegina needs to go.
What is it the Dukes need of me, Ambassador?
The Deerwood's instability has created an opportunity for us to take over their trade with Air Glanfath. We will need to meet with the Glanfathans soon to secure upcoming trade arrangements. The roads to Twin Elms can be dangerous, of course, but that's why you'll be our representative there.
Echosi, Ambassador. But won't this provoke the Deerwoodins? Their country is falling apart, and we're already dividing up their trade alliances.
I should think it probably would. Provoke them into what? Going to war? Through no fault of the Republic's, the Deerwood's armies have been deprived of an entire generation of soldiers. It would be foolish not to take advantage of the situation. If we don't, the Resurrents will. That's probably true as well. It does make sense, Pellegina. The Deerwood has problems, and sooner or later someone's going to profit from it.
Madiko. When I walked in here, I didn't think we were going to be talking about how to chop up the Deerwood's corpse.
Vincent holds up his hand to set Pellegina at ease. That is not what we're talking about. This is just business. Pellagina raises an eyebrow and clenches her jaw, but remains silent. Pellagina, Pellegina. He shakes his head. Go to Twin Elms. Speak to the Amenemphath. Impress upon her the instability of the Durwood, and reassure her of the Vailian Republic's desire to open safe trade.
Of course, Ambassador.
I don't think she appreciates this. The ambassador nods and smiles paternally. He then looks to me. I know you plan on investigating this crisis together, but I hope you understand Pellegina's responsibilities. I nod, non-committally. He twists his mouth as he attempts to divine my intent, but gives up after a long moment. Very well. Now if you'll excuse me. I don't know if there's
Could
anything...
have gone better. Could have gone worse.
If there's anything else to do here, probably not.
Not that you helped put up much of a fight.
What's to fight? You have your orders, and you're already in trouble with the Dukes.
I know, but it's still frustrating. I've spent enough time moping anyway. Now I just need to figure out how to get to Twin Elms before the ambassador loses his patience.
We have work here that we're doing in the city. First. She pauses in thought. Still, I fear that making this deal with the Glamphithans will further weaken the Deerwood and make more trouble for the Republics in the years to come. Follow your heart. Do what you believe will be best for the Republics.
I wish I knew.
Well, I'm also somewhat new here. Only been here for a few months. Diplomats, soldiers. Unless I want to go rob the place. No point going further in that room. Nobody interesting that I can discern so far. Well, that would seem to be it. Let's go then. At least in the areas that we have access to. Let's start. Alright, we must head to Crucible Keep and tell him that we've done what he's asked for. We have the document. I think it was a compilation of notes that he was looking for. Go inside. So I really want to get to Heritage Hill. All these things seem to be sidetracking us. Built to last. Commander Cleaver of the Knights of the Crucible has a plan to address the shortage of trained soldiers. He's asked Forge Master Dunstan to construct Forge Knights, soldiers made from suits of armor. Dunstan has crafted the armor, and now he just needs the research from Vienna to complete the project. I retrieved Vienna's notes. Dunstan is waiting for them back in Crucible Keep in First Fires. I believe it was... yeah, it's this way, isn't it? It's been a few days since I've been here. I think he's in here. This is the forge room. And it's the little dwarf. Something else on your mind? Commander Cleaver said you're working with an Animaster to build Forge Knights.
So much for his talk of secrecy. Aye, I'm building Cleaver's metal warriors. He says they're what we need to keep order in Defiance Bay, so...
How are you creating these Forge Knights? Suits of armor and souls. Cleaver's had me repairing and reinforcing unused armor for months now, just so we can fill them with some poor sod's essence. He wipes his shining brow. As long as that scholar's girl's got her numbers right, infusing the armor with the soul won't be that hard, but that's not what bothers me. Do you disagree with Cleaver about the Forge Knights? I disagree with him on near about everything, and this is no exception. These Forge Knights won't solve our manpower problem. He can call them what he wants, but they aren't knights. It doesn't take Itamuk's nose to smell the trouble here. A group that can't stand together is headed for a fall. He folds his arms and looks around. And don't get me started on the other problem. Those souls he's brought to power, the Forge Knights, Cleavers keeps telling himself that they came from willing donors, but he knows better. There's a reason you have to buy souls through less than legal channels. We should be clearing those scavengers off the road, not doing business with them. And you need Vienna's research to complete them, I take it. She's been working out a method to transfer the souls into the armor. Getting the process just right is critical. He holds up one hand. Bind the souls too tightly and you get something like those flesh constructs at the sanitarium, barely bred enough to avoid walking into a wall. He raises his other hand. But bind them too loosely and they'll be too self-aware for their own good. Mad killers in metal bodies. Enough about the Forge Knights. If only. Maybe he'll know something about that sword I found down in Odd-Nua. I'll show him the pieces of the Blade of Endless Pass. I found several fragments of an ancient sword. Do you think you could repair it? Dunstan gives a low whistle. That's a fine blade indeed. He holds one fragment in his rough hands. Looks Adirian. Special made. Must have been commissioned for a champion of some sort. He hands the shard back to me. A sword of this caliber would have had a specially designed hilt, too. It would be a shame to graft anything else onto it. And besides, it'll balance best with all the original pieces. You find the rest of it, and I'll forge it for you. Sounds like a good plan. Well, I have Vienna's research notes. Here you go. I think this is what you've been looking for.
That's what Cleaver's been looking for anyway. If you found it, I guess I've got to start.
You don't sound too happy about it. I'm not. I'm surprised someone as strong-willed as you is going along with it. I've made it clear to Cleaver that this is a mistake. Trying to harness souls like this, it's a crime against the gods, and it's bound to earn us more trouble than it saves. But Cleaver's given me his orders, so I've got to build these things as best I can. I don't agree with it either, actually. Anyway, Cleaver's told me I'm to sell you any arms or armor you might want. You won't find better anywhere in Defiance Bay, I can promise you that.
Now, time to see if that Vailian was worth all that blood and copper.
Takes a polished breastplate and goes to work. No, I don't agree with it either.
I'll be damned. Be honest, even I wasn't expecting it to work this well.
Huh.
Back to it. Cleaver will want me to finish the rest of them. And it sounded like he has a job for you, too.
Well, show me what you have for sale. White Spire. We were saving up, I think, 14,000. Yeah, we'd have to go back. I think is it a necklace or a ring? White Spire was found among the possessions of members. It's a two-handed sword. Let's see, finest stock. You just have fine weapons. I was hoping for the better metal. Heldrick's coat. It's not bad, actually. Exceptional breastplate. Well, there we go. This is, it is better. Better than what we're using. Forge Master's gloves. Shod in faith. Consecrated ground. Okay. Well, the fine plate, but we wouldn't have enough to buy what we're looking for. We can sell you things. Forgiveness. It's 1,000. Well, it's worth quite a bit. Fine hatchet. Battle axe. Pellegina wants to sell her old cloak, and we've given her a nicer one. There's this cloak too. Cloak of many feathers. Well, we probably could get the breastplate now. I'll just remember it, come back if need be. Okay, well, let's go see what Cleaver has to offer us. I really want to go get out of here, though. Go into that new district, Heritage Hill. Commander? How may I be of assistance? Was there more you needed me to do?
Dunstan will complete the first squad of Forge Knights in no time. Now the High Justice will want to have his Forge Masters at Fleetbreaker Castle create more.
However, it's been brought to my attention that you're a close ally of the Dozens. I am? He scowls. I'm sure you understand that further association puts us in a precarious position. I don't really care about the Dozens, truth be told. Was there something else I can do for you? No? Goodbye, then. I don't care about the Dozens. I really don't. Were they not? They were the ones that were behind the attacks in Andra's Gift. But I set them right. Set them straight, I hope, at least. No, this is not the area we want to go. Okay, so we will return. I mean, Pellagina is with us. I don't really have anything. There's nothing at the Cadnua, is there, to do? Minor adventure. Sign. Assign Kana to it. There we go. He's a very capable bard. Well, I'm not sure what... Was there anything else for us to do besides Heritage Hill? I don't think that there is. Well, we can head into it. Hopefully we won't get eaten right away. Oh, it's gotten late. Gotten late. Let's just see, check my notes. Child of 5 sons. So she, the ambassador Agosti wants Pellegina to go out to the, Twin Elms. That's outside of the city to the east, I believe. Bronze beneath the lake. That's, yeah, the expedition. Cinders of Faith. She wanted to go ask the Expedition Hall, but we couldn't find anybody that knows anything about what she's looking for. Long Hunt. Sagani, Master Below, Trials of Durance, Fragment Scattered Faith. It's for Ader. Oh, but I have even these clandestine cargo. Mattil's friend and Animaster is expert on Ingwithan artifacts. She'll know how much these pieces are worth and if they can be reassembled. Where is she? Trying to find out Animancer, willing to buy the artifact of all the parts are found. Maybe that's in the sanitarium. Parable of Whale. Okay, there's thieves, missing sentries, Heritage Hill. Yeah, that's where I want to go. The Blade of Endless Pass. Yeah, that's the sword I have. Okay. Well, Ducal Palace. No. We need to
You
go
must do what you feel is best. I understand.
to Brackenberry. Just to the south of here. Just a few minutes to get to there. And then, hey, inside the sanitarium, we found Nams.
Hail, traveler.
An elderly woman peruses the shelves with a quickness and an energy that belie her age. I'm afraid I don't practice anymore, child. Too busy with my research. What do you do here? I'm an animaster I used to venture on all kinds of underfunded and ill-fated trips out of the expedition hall when I was your age, but lately I've found research better suited to my current pace. She pats a creaking knee and laughs. Nans regards me with bright, intelligent eyes. Can I help you with something else? I'd like to know more about the sanitarium. It's the official center of animancy in Defiance Bay, founded in 2729, and before you get saucy, no, I wasn't around at that time. It was built to treat ailments of the mind and soul, important sort of place to have in a growing city, and its construction marked the end of the animancy slowdown that followed the Bale Reach accident. The Bale Reach accident? She shakes her head, a terrible setback for the discipline. A researcher working outside Bale Marsh shattered the souls of a dozen volunteers. Her voice lowers to a growl. Of course, we'll never know exactly what went wrong because the mob tore him to pieces. This mishap bears some of the blame for the slower pace of research in the 2.5 decades that followed, but it also helps concentrate practicing animancers here in Defiance Bay. What do you know about the Awakenings? Not much, I'm afraid, but the sanitarium attracts experts from all over. I'm sure someone here can help you out. Immatil sent me. He said you'd be interested in these scepter pieces we found. That chatty old fishwife's been blabbing about me, I see. She laughs and rolls her eyes. Never trust your secrets to a man with so much salt in his beard. Anyway, let's see what you've got. Nan examines the scepter, her eyes hooded by crinkled flesh. Immatil told you true. I'll buy this. Unfortunately, a broken scepter isn't as valuable as he may lead you to believe. She steals a glance at my face, but her fingers tighten around the piece in her hands. I'll take it off you for 500. Nonsense, this could easily be repaired by someone with the proper skills. Her eyes flash under these sagging lids. I've got the skills all right, and you know more than the average relic hunter I see. Making it whole again is a matter of alchemy, expensive alchemy. I've got to soak the broken ends in a fiend's blood compound to reconnect them, never mind the embalming work to restore the enchantments. She eyes me. I could do it to the tune of 1,800 pounds. I'm giving you a rare opportunity to work with an Ingwithan scepter. Surely you can bring the price down. Aye, perhaps if you want to bargain and haggle with every dragonblood vendor and imphorn merchant in the city. She puffs her sagging cheeks. Very well. You can have the satisfaction of working an old woman to an early grave for only 1,500. 1,500 it is. I expect you'll want to watch and see your monies put to good use. Better get comfortable then. She lays out an array of powders, potions, and other obscure ingredients on her desk. After what feels like hours, she returns to the main hall with me and presents the scepter. Looking at it, I'd never know it had been broken in the first place. This may be the finest work I've ever done, if I may say so, and thank you for giving me the opportunity. Examining a piece like this is a dream come true for someone in my field. She gazes at it wistfully. Take good care of it. Thank you. So, kind of magical scepter. Nothing super special, but let's see if Durance can't use it. Does he not use scepters? Yeah. Durance can use it. Barely uses his rod here. He uses his other rod a lot more. Okay. So, now we've got to go to Heritage Hill. That is the last place for us to head out to in Defiance Bay that I'm aware of right now.